26 January 2022 Morning Murli Om Shanti BapDada Madhuban. Sweet children, you have found the unlimited Father at the confluence age. You are brothers and sisters, and you have to claim your inheritance from the Father. Question: by following which Srimad of the Fathers can you change everything from stone to gold? Answer: the Father Srimad is, children, whatever you have, credit it in God's bank, and it will change from stone to gold. Baba is the bestower. He doesn't take anything from you, but you have to use whatever extra you have in a worthwhile way. Don't take loans from anyone. Song: you wasted the night in sleeping and the day in eating. Om Shanti. You heard the song. All the centers should have good songs. Baba has had the songs made. You don't have any scriptures etc. in your intellects. You have studied them all and you know them all. But you don't have any of those in your intellects at this time. The Father says, forget everything you have studied up to now. When you die, the world is dead to you. Understand that you are souls and you are now to go back home. So what would we do with the study of the scriptures etc.? The Vedas and scriptures are not going to go with us. Yes, the study will go back with us. This is the story of immortality for the land of immortality. Our Baba is the Lord of the immortality. We are all Parvatis and are listening to the story of immortality from Shivbaba. He is the highest on high. The Lord of immortality is Shivbaba. They create an oval lingam of ice at Amarnath and they worship that. It is not possible to worship an incorporeal one. A lingam isn't created by itself. They create it themselves and then tell many lies. Where would Amarnath or Shankar and Parvati have come from? That is not a lake, means Mansarovar. The true Mansarovar is this one, means Brahma. Incorporeal Shivbaba is the ocean of knowledge. How could there be a Mansarovar until he entered this one? That soul has the knowledge, but how could he speak it unless he took a human body? So all of you are Mansarovars, means lakes of knowledge. However, you are all number-wise according to your efforts. Some are big rivers, some are canals, and some are puddles. Baba sits here and explains all of this. Your children know that you are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. Shiv is the father of Brahma. Your intellects are aware that you are the grandchildren of Shivbaba. You are children of Shivbaba anyway, but he has now entered a body. Since he is incorporeal, you are his grandchildren, the children of Brahma. So you are brothers and sisters. All of you receive the inheritance from the grandfather. You are sitting here and you know that you are Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. Shivbaba is your grandfather. Those who have such a faith are said to be God's children. You say that you belong to God's family or clan and are receiving your inheritance from God. Because of being brothers and sisters, we cannot enlarge in vice. Otherwise, it would be a criminal assault. That is called very bad, which is why Baba says, children, remain cautious. If after calling yourselves brothers and sisters, you enlarge in vice, there will be very severe punishment. Those who defame the Father, the Sadguru, will not reach their destination. There are many of those gurus. It is only once that you find the Sadguru. This is the unlimited Father. In the golden age, you have deity fathers. Now, at the confluence age, you are the children of God, the Father. Shivbaba is teaching you through Brahma. You say that God gave you this knowledge. Mama is the goddess of knowledge, and so children would also say, we are gods and goddesses of knowledge. The mother and father is giving you knowledge of the world cycle. Brahma would not be called God. God is only one. All the rest are his children, Brahma and Brahma Kumaris and Kumaris. This goddess means Brahma is incognito, whereas Mama, the goddess of knowledge, is visible. In fact, you are the children of Brahma. He is called the god of knowledge. He has received knowledge from Shiv. Nevertheless, Brahma cannot be called a god. God is only one. You know that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, must definitely have created the world through Brahma in the previous cycle, and so Brahmins would definitely have been created first. None of the other sacrificial fires last for years. Generally, they continue for 7 days. This sacrificial fire is called the imperishable sacrificial fire. That is the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra that lasts a long time. No one knows for how long it will continue. It has to continue till the end. The materials of this old world are to be sacrificed into it. No one else can create such a sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. On the path of devotion, they create small sacrificial fires with the same name. Some even call it a sacrificial fire of Rudra. When they create a sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra, they would relate the knowledge of the Gita or would read the Vedas and scriptures, etc. Rudra spoke the Gita, but they forgot that. They mentioned Krishna's name instead. They don't know that the Sun dynasty and the Moon dynasty were created through the sacrificial fire of the knowledge of Rudra. You are now sitting in front of Baba. You would definitely remember Shivbaba and Brahma Baba. Those Brahmins simply say they are the children of Brahma. Children of deities would be deities. Children of warriors would be warriors. There are the different clans. No one knows this one. When you explain to others, tell them they too are BKs. There is the name Prajapita, the father of people. Whatever happened in the past will also definitely take place in the present. It has been remembered that the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, establishes the Brahmin, Sun dynasty and Moon dynasty relations through the lotus lips of Brahma. Otherwise, you should ask, where did Brahma, the father of people who used to exist, go? He must surely have created the world, and so there would definitely have first been the mouth-born Brahmins. You know, you are those Brahmins who are the mouth-born creation. You speak of Mama and Baba, and you write letters to them. This is also written on the board. You can ask, how is Shivbaba related to you? You cannot say he is omnipresent. A father cannot be called omnipresent. Okay, how is Brahma related to you? He definitely existed in the past. That is why the memorials have been created. Creation is being created once again. So, our Father is Brahma. The Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, is teaching us through the lotus lips of Brahma. We are studying Raj Yoga through him. You too can study it from him, and you will receive the inheritance from the Father for 21 births. Otherwise, you won't receive it. Only a handful out of multi-millions who became the children of Brahma 5,000 years ago will come and listen to this knowledge. Those who claim a Sun and Moon dynasty status will claim it again. They are not that now. They will become so once again. The Father has come to make impure ones pure and to change humans into deities. Nevertheless, Brahma is still needed. We BKs are now the children of God. The sacrificial fire has been created, and so Brahmins will definitely be created. There is the top knot of Brahmins. However, perhaps you did not receive the inheritance of constant happiness, and this is why you don't believe us. There are so many BKs, and the number will continue to grow. You are now sitting in front of the Supreme Father, the Supreme Soul, in remembrance of BapDada. This is called omnipresent. The Lord means Huzur, is present means Hazir, at the moment. What is he doing? He must definitely be performing actions. He is personally explaining to you the secrets of action, neutral action, and sinful action. Only God is the seed of the human world, and He has the knowledge of the beginning, the middle, and the end of the whole world. He is knowledgeful. It isn't that He would know what is in the intellects of all human beings. No. The Father says, I come and teach you children Raj Yoga and knowledge. Then by having this yoga, you will become pure, and by understanding this world cycle, you will each receive a crown of purity and a crown studded with jewels. These are called imperishable jewels of knowledge. You receive health through yoga and wealth through knowledge. When you have health and wealth, you also have happiness. You receive health, wealth, happiness, everything. Your sins will be absolved with yoga, and you will receive the crown of light. Deities are ever healthy and wealthy. You become spinners of the discus of self-realization and also imbibe the jewels of knowledge through which you became wealthy. This is called a nature cure. When your souls become pure, you receive pure bodies. You are then called deities. You are pure. You are also healthy and wealthy. In the golden age, the people of Bharat lived for 150 years. They now indulge in sensual pleasures, and so there is untimely death. That was the pure world, whereas this is the impure world. The Father says, I come when there is defamation of religion. It is only in Bharat that they insult their ancestors. Whenever there is extreme irreligiousness, refers to this time. The Father sits here and explains, Maya has made you completely unworthy. Those who are degraded are said to be unworthy. In that case, who would make you elevated? The new world is elevated. The new world definitely then becomes old. It definitely becomes old and reaches a state of total decay. Everything is like this. Everything has to end. You have to sustain your bodies and also study this knowledge. There are many children who live at home with their families, go to work, and also follow Srimad fully to claim a high status. If Baba is told about something, we would advise you, do this in this situation. If you tell Baba, Baba, I have this and this, Baba would then tell you, okay, you may build a house. He would reply, what would I do with a house when I don't have any children? Then Baba would say, okay, build a center and many will benefit. Keep one room for giving knowledge and the property will remain yours. Simply give it to them for doing service. You may also take rent. The landlord would never interfere with the tenants. Continue to open centers in this way. First of all, look after the center very well. Then, if you have any savings, help the Father. If you have something, you can give it. By helping the center, you are creating your future. If you have something extra, use that in a worthwhile way. Otherwise, it would be finished. When people make donations, they receive the fruit of those in their next birth. You are doing all of this for service, and so you receive the return of it in your future 21 births. However, your children must never be in debt to anyone. Debts are like an illness. Debtors worry a lot that if they are unable to settle their debts, they would lose their honor. Human beings take huge loans, they spend so much on weddings and pilgrimages. The stomach doesn't ask for a lot of expense. There is a lot of unnecessary expenditure. Marriage finishes everything. Poor ones do everything with little expense. You continue to take advice from the Father. You mustn't have any bad habits such as drinking too much tea or smoking. You should also follow Srimad. People accumulate money. This is the number one bank in which you can deposit 4 annas, means quarter of a rupee, and it will become worth a diamond in the future. It changes from stone to gold. It makes everything of yours divine. Shivbaba's treasure store is always overflowing. There are so many children, and so how could the treasure store become empty? It is impossible. Baba is not going to take from anyone just like that. He doesn't want to build palaces. Baba is the bestower. If something is going to be of use, he would then accept it. Why else would he take something if he then also has to give a return? Acha, to the sweetest, beloved, long lost, and now found children, love, remembrance, and good morning from the mother, the father, BapDada. The spiritual father says, Namaste to the spiritual children. The spiritual children says, Namaste and good morning to the spiritual father. Essence for the dharana. First point, don't have any bad habits. Use every paisa you have in a worthwhile way by following Srimad and thereby accumulate for the future. Second point, while belonging to God's clan, don't perform any devilish actions. Never defame the Sadguru. Blessing, may you become free from all attractions by transforming mine into yours and become double light. Explanation, while serving your Lokik relatives, always have the awareness they are not mine, but they are all the Father's children. The Father has made me an instrument to serve them. I am not living at home, but at a service place. All mine has become yours. Even this body is not mine. Mine has attraction. When mine is finished, no one can pull my mind or intellect. In Brahmin life, only those who have transformed mine into yours can be double light. Slogan, in order to be obstacle proof, accumulate the treasure of blessings. Om Shanti. Experience the stage of being merged in love. Do not go into expansion of anything, but put a full stop to all expansion and merge it in the point. Become a point and put a full stop. Merge into the point and all expansion, and the whole web will become merged in a second, and your time will be saved, and you will become free from having to work hard. Become a point and become merged in the point. While carrying out any task, remain merged in love by remembering the Father. Om Shanti.